Hey everybody, welcome back to Texas Breaks. Today we are going to be opening up a box of 1992-93 Upper Deck NBA basketball. Thought we'd change it up a little bit. Been opening nothing but baseball, which is my forte, which is what I enjoy opening the most. But I do enjoy basketball, especially in this era. This is when I was really into basketball quite a bit. Being a Houston fan, the Rockets won their championships in 93, 94, 94, 95, so around this time. So I was really big, huge fan of majority of the players here. So what we're looking for is, other than your typical Michael Jordan and some of the other Hall of Famers that are in here around this time, the most notable rookie card we're looking for is a Shaquille O'Neal. That's the big chase card for today. Some of the more notable rookies of that year, which was a pretty good rookie class, actually. But you have Alonzo Mourning, Robert Horry, Latrell Sprewell. I think Jimmy Jackson was in there from Ohio State. Christian Laettner from Duke. LaFonso Ellis was in there. And Harold Miner. I remember, again, as a Rockets fan, Harold Miner being on the board and the Rockets choosing Robert Horry. And I was so upset, and so was most of the city of Houston, because Harold Miner was called Baby Jordan. He was a smaller guy who could just dunk out of the gym, major ups, was supposed to be the next Jordan, like a lot of players who've come and gone. But we picked this skinny rail out of Alabama named Robert Horry, and we didn't even pick the better player out of Alabama, which was Latrell Sprewell at the time. But, it worked out for us. Robert Horry helped us win a couple of championships, and he actually went on and became Big Shot Bob and helped win a bunch of championships for the Lakers and the Spurs, and just went on to be a really, really solid player. Actually was my favorite player for the Rockets for several years. But I hated the pick at the time because Harold Miner was supposed to be the next big thing. But anyways, so that's what we're looking for. Jordan and Shaq are the main ones. But Hakeem Olajuwon, Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, there's a bunch of other Hall of Famers in there. And so let's get started. I'm excited. I haven't not opened anything other than baseball. And so this will be a change for me. And hopefully we'll pull some good stuff out of here. Hopefully we'll get a Shaq and a couple of Jordans in good shape. Contains 36 foil packs. All rookie team insert cards. Find the Wilt 10-card Basketball Heroes insert set, holographically enhanced cards. So, I don't think, even when I was younger, opening any of these. So this will be new. Put this off to the side. Take a look at the packs. There we go. And see if does it have odds on it. Yeah, there are some odds, so I'll show you the odds. There we go. All right, so let's get started. The typical Upper Deck foil packs. So it looks like they're in, some are in backwards. And it's a Doug West Minnesota Timberwolves checklist. Okay. Corey Williams. 6 million point man. Stacey Augmon scores the NBA's 6 million point. Stacey Ogman was a really good player out of UNLV on a great UNLV team at the time. Scoring threats, Chris Mullen and Tim Hardaway. Nice. Seems to be a bunch of inserts in here. Here's a Tony Campbell, Hersey Hawkins, Danny Ainge, Mr. Two Sport Star, Pooh Richardson, Doc Rivers, John Williams, Mark Jackson, Will Purdue, Mark Price, and Chris Gatling. All right. Cedric Ceballos won the slam dunk contest. Dana Barros, Derek McKee, Donald Hodge, there's Steph Curry's dad, Del Curry, a great shooter in his own right. Tyrone Corbin, David Benoit, there's Scottie Pippen, Hall of Famer. Kevin McHale, Hall of Famer. Sam Mitchell, Jeff Grier. Scoring threats, Karl Malone and John Stockton, 2 Hall of Famers. This is the Nate McMillan, Ricky Pierce, Seattle Sonics checklist, Ala Abdinalbi. And there is a back-to-back MVP, Michael Jordan. Very nice. Looks like there's a ton of inserts in this set. Don't know how rare they are. I did not look at the odds. There's a Hall of Famer and Houston favorite Clyde Drexler with the Trailblazers. Marcus Liberty. Matt Bullard, who does color commentating for the Rockets now. Orlando Woolridge, Herb Williams. Looks a lot like Kevin Garnett or Kevin Durant right there. Randy Brewer, Greg Anthony, another one of the UNLV stars of that team. Kevin Lynch, Thurl Bailey, Brian Shaw, Rex Chapman, Karl Malone, Utah Jazz checklist, Kevin Johnson, Phoenix Suns checklist, Anthony Lang, and is that Hardaway? Tim Hardaway, Golden State checklist. Golden State team around that time was a really good team. When they brought in Latrell and they had Chris Mullen and Tim Hardaway, Chris Webber. That was a very solid team. Derek Harper went on to the Knicks and played really well against my Rockets in the playoffs and the finals. Doug Smith, Manute Bol, rest in peace, sir. John Battle, Kenny Smith, Sean Elliott, who the Rockets tried to trade Robert Horry for Sean Elliott, and Elliott failed his physical and found out he had a serious condition that he was able to take care of because of that failed trade. Felton Spencer, Jay Humphreys, Mitch Richmond, Sacramento team. There's a NBA draft, Clarence Weatherspoon. It's not the rookie we're looking for. Larry Kristolviak and a Terry Porter, Portland Trail Blazers checklist. All right. Don McLean, that's his rookie card. Rod Strickland with the Spurs. Had some really good years with the Trailblazers. Doug West, Timberwolves. Patrick Ewing, Knicks, checklist. William Bedford. Mark Macon. Cheryl Glass. And there is Ewing. Hall of Famer. Hated Ewing. He beat Olajuwon's U of H team when he was with Georgetown. And then he tried to beat us with the Knicks, which didn't work, but played very well. Dan Marley, Benoit Benjamin, Terry Mills, Kevin Gamble, Alec Kessler, Nigel Knight, and Ron Anderson. Still looking for any of the good rookies and the Jordan. Jerry Reynolds, Don Shays, Sam Perkins, Lakers, Todd Day with the Bucks rookie card. I remember him. Chris Corciani, Ricky Pierce, Hersey Hawkins, Chris Morris. These cards are every which way. Jeff Malone, Spud Webb, Sherman Douglas, pardon me. Joe Konkak, Anthony Mason, Rodney McRae, and John Begley. All right. Sam Mitchell, Willie Burton, Robert Parrish, Hall of Famer, Mitch Williams, Charles Shackelford, Mark Aguirre. I think Mark Aguirre is a Hall of Famer. Not 100% sure on that. Greg Sutton, Sean Kemp, great player. Always torched the Rockets. Mark Jackson, traded to the Clippers. Traded card. Mark Jackson has that infamous 1990 Hoops card with the Menendez brothers in the background. The night they killed their parents, they went to that game and sat courtside. And his card, you can see them in the background. It's pretty creepy. Here is a Wilt Chambers, one of those Wilt Chamberlain cards. College star, 1956 to 1958. Dennis Scott checklist, Sean Brooks, Eric Murdoch, and Kevin Johnson. I was opening a box at 90 Hoops the other night just for fun and came across two of those, and it's pretty eerie to see them in the background just chilling at the basketball game right after they killed their parents. Pretty creepy. Kenny Anderson, Kenny Smith's cousin. Mark Eaton, Avery Johnson, Ken Norman, AJ English, Jim Less, Larry Nance, Cedric Sabalas again, Herb Williams, Brian Shaw, Sleepy Floyd, Blue Edwards, Derek Harper, Lee Mayberry, LaBradford Smith, and Clarence Weatherspoon rookie card again. It's the second one. Don't know which way to turn these cards. All right, NBA draft card checklist. There is Hall of Famer David Robinson. Don McLean draft card. Orlando Blackman, AC Green, Felton Spencer, Glenn Rice, Ronnie Cycli, Bill Cartwright, LaSalle Thompson, Dwayne Coswell, Lionel Simmons, John Starks, and Craig Elo. All right. Anthony Bonner, golly, Fred Roberts, Wayman Tisdale, Vinnie Johnson, Rodney McRae, Steve Smith, Blair Rasmussen, there's a Jeff Malone again, Eric Murdoch again. Here is a Bob Lanier National Chairman Stay in School program. Interesting. And scoring threats, Tom Chambers and Kevin Johnson. We're really not finding too many good cards in here. All right, we got Billy Owens, Harvey Grant, Larry Stewart, Muggsy Bogues, Graves Sutton, Terry Porter, Vern Fleming, Stacey Augman, David Minoir. We've already seen some of these. The Rockets' Otis Thorpe checklist. Scoring threats, Kendall Gill and Larry Johnson for the Charlotte Hornets. All right. Larry Smith, Mr. Mean, Mike something, Darrell Walker, Bill Lambier, Larry Nance again. Getting a lot of duplicates. Grant Long, Dwayne Farrell, Dennis Scott. There's the Admiral one more time. David Robinson. Joe Dumars. Joe Dumars checklist. Here's a Bulls scoring threats. Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. That's a really nice one. 2 Hall of Famers, just like the Jazz one with Malone and Stockton. Darrell Walker, Joe Dumars. Oh, they're just duplicating. Cliff Robinson, George McLeod, Otis Thorpe, Kenny Smith, Ron Cycli. There's another Clarence Weatherspoon, the third one. We've pulled only 4 of these rookie drafts, 4 or 5, and 3 of them have been Clarence Weatherspoon. It would have been nice if 3 of them would have been Shaquille O'Neal, or even a Alonzo Mourning, or Latrell Sprewell, or Larry Stewart, X-Man, Xavier McDaniel, Billy Owens, Donald Hodge, Pete Chilcutt, Chili Pete, as they called him in Houston. Anthony Carr, Terry Cummins, Michael Adams, Dan Marley, Tony Campbell, Lloyd Daniels. Stay in school program again. There's the other draft pick, Don McLean, that I think we have 3 of now. All right, Vinny Johnson, Kevin Lynch, Detlef Shrimp. There's Kendall Gill, Jeff Malone, not the right Malone we're looking for. Kevin McHale. There is another one of those Wilt Chamberlains, 58-59 Harlem Globetrotter. Sean Elliott. Here is 6 million point man again. Todd Day. That's the other draft pick we have. So Todd Day, Clarence Weatherspoon, and Donnie McLean. Those are the only ones we're going to be getting, it seems like. Bonner, Danny Manning, Johnny Dawkins, John Battle, Stacey King, who was another one of those UNLV guys. Great team. Larry Johnson was the other one. It's just a dominant team. Oops. I dropped Mr. Paxson. Robert Parrish, Thurl Bailey. Here's one of those hologram cards of John Stockton. Oops. That's pretty cool. And there's the Jordan Pippen scoring threats again. And there's the back-to-back MVP Jordan again. I mean, if we're going to get duplicates, those would be cool. Here's a Sean Rooks draft card. So we're going to get all the rookies that we're not looking for. And get 1 million of them. Bill Lambier, Jason Williams, Rick Fox, Ron Anderson. There's a Bernard King, great player. Doug West, Scott Williams. There's a Hakeem. It's a good one for me. With David Robinson in the background. That's really cool. Mark Eaton, Kevin Edwards, Dale Ellis. There is a Larry Johnson, Kendall Gill, scoring threats. Tim Hardaway. There's a draft, Lee Mayberry. At least it's somebody different. Again, it's not one we're looking for, but it is different, so there's hope. All right, this is the last pack of the first half of the box. Let's hope it starts picking up now. We're starting to see some different people, so that's good. Ricky Pierce. There's Larry Johnson. Tony Smith, Vernon Maxwell, Mad Max, a Houston favorite. And even Jordan will tell you one of the few guys that could actually guard him. Gerald Wilkins. Here is the draft checklist. And stay in school, kids. Stay in school. All right. Now we're in the second half of the box. All right. See if we can get a few of these rookies that we're looking for. Terry Mills, D. Brown. D. Brown also won a slam dunk contest pumping up his shoes. That was funny. Mark West, Dale Davis, Mark Macon. There's a Hoffer, John Stockton. Michael Williams, Baseball Heroes. There's another Wilt. James Edwards, Dan Shays, and Chris Corciani. Eric Murdoch again, Blue Edwards, Lloyd Daniels. Draft picks Hubert Davis. He was a decent player. Spud Webb, Rick Smits was a pretty good player for the Pacers. Two Jerry Reynolds right in a row. Fat Lever, great name. Alvin Robertson, Sherman Douglas, and Checklist. All right. Ed Neely, Charles Shackelford, Charles Smith, Tyrone Hill, J.R. Reed, Mark Macon, Dale Davis, Tom Chambers, Terry Davis. Draft picks Adam Keefe, Randy White, Dale Ellis, Rolando Blackman, and LaBradford Smith. I think we have about 25 LaBradford Smiths. J.R. Reed, Ken Norman, Dikembe Mutombo, Steve Kerr, Ed Neely, Felton Spencer, Sleepy, Reggie Williams, Derek Harper, Olden Polynice, Gerald Wilkins, Dominique's brother, and another third, David Robinson. Mr. Fat Lever, LaSalle Thompson, Greg Kite, David Wingate, Brian Shaw, A.C. Green. There's a mailman. Carl Malone. Avery Johnson, Matt Bullard, Anthony Frederick, Mario Ellie, Mr. Kiss of Death, Danny Ainge. And there we go. There's our first good rookie. And it's the one I like. Robert Horry, small forward out of Alabama. Don't think he had a Hall of Fame career, but he has a ton of championships. Mark West, Chris Mullen, Ed Pickney, Charles Oakley, Brad Lojas, Sam Mitchell, Terry Catledge, Brian Williams, Michael Williams, Tyrone Corbin, and there's another good rookie, LaFonso Ellis. Had a pretty good career. I was a fan of his. And there's the Magic Man, Irvin, Magic Johnson, Hall of Famer, all-time great. And Malik Sealy, draft pick, Lloyd Daniels. All right, so we're getting some different cards now. This is good. It's a good sign. Good sign. Tyrone Hill, Eddie Johnson, Ron Harper, Moses Malone, Hall of Famer. That has to be towards the end of his career. He played like 55 years, it seems like. Johnny Newman, Hersey Hawkins, Byron Scott, Steve Smith, Spud Webb, Doc Rivers. Here's another foil card, or hologram card, I guess. Detlef Shrimp. Good shooter for the Sonics for many years. There's Round Mound of Rebound. Charles Barkley. Rex Chapman. Here's a draft pick, Anthony Peeler. So the good thing is, Dale Ellis, we're getting different cards. We're getting different rookies. We have not hit a Latrell, and we have not hit a Mourning, and we have not hit the Shaq. So those are the three I'd at least like to get one of each, if possible. All right. Steve Kerr, Armand Gillian, Elliot Perry with some real funky swimming goggles on, Michael Cage, Gary Grant, Gerald Glass, Sam Bowie, Terry Porter, Benoit Benjamin, Troy Smith, Stacey Augman, first team all-rookie team. I like that one. Andre Turner, Jay Humphreys, Tom Gugliotta, draft pick, Gerald Wilkins. Tom Gugliotta had a decent start to his career. Was supposed to be where he was, highly touted, but never really lived up to his expectation or to the league's expectations of him. David Wingate, Michael Cage, there's a Vlade Divac, Grant Long, Derek Harper, Doug West. There's Alonzo Mourning. There we go. Very nice.
Based on all the information, arrest warrants were obtained for the lineage.
All right. That's what I like to see. John Sally, William Bedford, Hubert Davis, and Danny Ainge. All right. So while we're still getting a lot of the duplicated base cards, we're starting to get different rookies, which is nice. Kevin Gamble, Pete Chilcutt, there's Dennis Rodman. Anthony Bowie, Chris Mullen, Terry Davis, Tony Campbell, Chuck Person, the rifleman, Mark Macon, Terry Catledge, Reggie Williams, Corey Williams, James Edwards, and Todd Day draft. All right, we're on the last stack. A few more packs to go. Try to go through these a little faster. Mark Aguirre, Purvis Ellison, Kevin McHale, Derek Coleman, Jerry Reynolds, Byron Scott. It's a draft pick card, right? No, first team, Billy Owens, all rookie team. Alan Adlenby, Lloyd Daniels, and rookie Sean Rooks. All right, we're getting towards the end and no Shaq yet. AJ English, Stacey King, Terry Brandon, Sidney Green, Armand Gillian, Thurl Bailey, Reggie Miller. is Steve Smith, all rookie team. Andrew Lang, Dale Ellis, and Lee Mayberry draft. So it looks like now the draft cards are showing up at the end. Very last card. So. Bernard King. Michael Cage. Vlade again. Kevin Edwards. Drazen Petrovic. Another Vlade. And here is a Dennis Rodman hologram. That's pretty cool. I like those cards. Glenn Rice, Gerald Wilkins, and the draft checklist, which we have tons of. All right, so we're down to 5 packs. Can we pull the Shaq? Or a Jordan? We haven't even pulled a Jordan yet. There's Larry Johnson, Brad Daugherty, Johnny Newman, Moses Malone, Sam Bowie, Bimbo Coles, another great name. There's another Robert Horry, which is awesome. Rod Strickland, Danny Ainge, and Corey Williams. So no Michael Jordan, no Shaquille O'Neal, no Latrell Sprewell. Charles Oakley, Byron Scott, Hersey Hawkins, Reggie Lewis, rest in peace, sir. Rick Smith, here's a Malik Sealy draft pick. All right, 3 packs to go. Del Curry, Sharonis Marcelonis, David Wingate, Sam Mitchell, there's Kevin Johnson, Byron Scott, Terry Davis, Anthony Peeler, rookie or draft pick, Rex Chapman, and Andrew Lang. All right, 2 packs. Danny Ferry, Ed Neely, Steve Kerr, AC Green, Brian Shaw, Mike Brown, Sam Bowie, Bill Cartwright, Tom Gugliotta. What is this? Trade Upper Deck.
I have big news. You can now brush and floss at the same time. Introducing Waterpik Sonic Fusion.
The Upper Deck company will trade you this card for an NBA draft card on the overall number 1 pick in the 1992 draft, which was Shaquille O'Neal. Simply mail this card. It's a redemption card. Simply mail this card in a business-sized self-addressed stamped envelope to the address listed below, and the Upper Deck company will send you the number 1 draft card in return. Offer expires June 30th, 1993. You know what? I'm going to send it in. What address? It's in California. I'm going to find a current address for them, and I'm going to send it in. And I'm going to see what they do. It's a redemption card for basically a Shaquille O'Neal draft card. I'm definitely sending that in. It's crazy. All right, last pack. So I guess that's our Shaq, huh? That's great. Johnny Newman, Nate McMillan, Loy Vaught, J.R. Reed, Tyrone Hill, Sleepy Floyd, Felton Spencer, Chris Jackson, or later known as Mahoud Abdul Rauf, Vlade again, Avery Johnson again. There's the Baseball Heroes, I guess, first card. I don't know. It's supposed to be the Wilt Chamberlains, but there's Scottie Pippen, checklist. David Robinson, again, for like the 5th time. William Bedford, and a Rod Strickland. Oh, we didn't get a Shaq, but we got a redemption card for a Shaq, which is really crazy. Unless it's a 92-93. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe that's for the next year's draft. Which I don't even remember who that was. But pretty cool cards. Appreciate you guys joining. If you liked it, hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Let me know in the comments what you think, what you want to see, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.